As James Clear explains, each mental model offers a different framework that you can use to look at life. If you develop a bigger toolbox of mental models, you will improve your ability to solve problems because you will have more options for getting to the right answer. This is one of the primary ways that truly brilliant people separate themselves from the masses of smart individuals out there. Mental models are the way you and I understand how this world works. It shapes how we think about whatever is going on in this world, what happens around us. It allows us to form perceptions, behave in a certain way, and allows us to solve problems and make our own decisions. As far as I am concerned, mental models are what allows an individual to weigh unique personality based on how his perception of events compares to others. It is like having various different kind of tools in your toolbox that will help you get through several types of different problems. So today, let us learn about a few models that might just help us to solve our problems, look at things from different perspectives, and make better decisions. Starting with the model that extends a request from my behalf as well, the courtesy bias. The resistance to providing an honest opinion due to a desire not to offend the person the criticism is directed to. Like how a junior at a workplace will appreciate even Rachel's trifle. Now I want to grow this channel, and for that, opinions and criticisms are very important. So let me know down in the comments what did you think of this particular video. And now, for number 1 on our list, we are thankful to the legend Warren Buffett himself, as what he told to his shareholders forms the basis of this particular model. You don't have to be an expert on every company, or even many. You only have to be able to evaluate companies within your circle of competence. The size of that circle is not very important. Knowing its boundaries, however, is very vital, which roughly translates to focus on your strengths, on what you do right and good. For example, I can make videos of such certain types, but I cannot review a mobile phone. Number 2 is what is known as inversion mental model. I read somewhere that avoiding stupidity allocates you with extra time, and that extra time allows you to work. Good fellow whoever said that, as the inversion mental model allows us to do the same. It says that in place of thinking about the outcome you desire, take into consideration the outcome you would absolutely want to avoid, and figure out what you need to be doing in order to avoid achieving the undesirable. Simply speaking, know what you shouldn't do. For example, instead of focusing on I want to complete this assignment, focus on what I need to avoid, what in particular can harm my progress, and then choose to not be stupid and avoid doing these things, ensuring increase in your chances of achieving success. Number 3 is reciprocity. This is the feeling of being obligated to return someone a favor they did to you. This seems nice for building relationships, that is, till it is what it is. Like before selling something, a salesperson may give you a free gift or sample. Receiving it can trigger a need to repay the gift in the form of often purchasing whatever is being sold. You are simply trying to be nice. But next time, while thinking that you are under an obligation, under a debt to someone for their favors, make sure whether it was genuine or you are being exploited over a favor you didn't even ask for, didn't even need. On number 4, we have the curse of knowledge. This just might be why there happens a lot of arguments, and also why a teacher would think that the students concerned are absorbing everything being taught. The curse of knowledge means that a person trying to communicate with someone about something might face certain difficulties because he is an expert in that field, and the other person just might not have the background needed to understand the concept simply. This curse is a cognitive bias that makes the expert person in the dialogue assume, without even thinking about it, that the other person is simply grasping the knowledge because they have their basics down. I'm pretty For next, I'm pretty sure you are aware of various mnemonics for remembering periodic table. Very interesting mnemonics. And what made it easier to remember is this mental model known as bizarreness effect. What it suggests is that the information that is weird, bizarre, controversial is much more likely to be remembered and recalled as compared to what is common. This is how a celebrity related gossips gets circulated, and some poor girl gets introduced to bloody periodic table. Up next is the skill compensation, which tells us why one cannot achieve perfection in all there is. A person relatively good in one skill will be poor at another, as a result of efforts and time invested in one skill compared to others. And this takes us back to the first mental model I spoke about. Focus on your strengths and keep it narrowed down to a few. So those were very few of a very vast list. Keep them in mind next time you are making a decision, forming an opinion. And yes, well, do form and let me know the opinions on this one.